Hi, I'm Jody Adams. Welcome to Rialto. Today I am going to make braised chicken thighs with artichokes, lemon, capers, and green olives. And I've started already by searing off the thighs, first on the skin side for about 5 to 7 minutes till it's beautiful golden brown, flipped it for another 2, and now I am going to transfer the thighs to a plate and remove some of the fat that's accumulated in the pan. It's the beauty of a slow sear is that you render off a lot of the fat in the chicken, which some people don't like. I happen to love fat, but not all of this. So I'm going to pour some off and leave you can see the juices that have accumulated. I'm going to leave some of those in the pan and then add these onions that I have diced. It's about a medium white onion, diced in 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. And I will season it with salt and pepper, and they will take about 5 to 7 minutes. Always season as you go. I like that to give the ingredients layers of flavor. While the onions are cooking, I'm going to show you how to clean an artichoke. These are baby artichokes, but if you have a large artichoke, it's essentially the same technique. You want to get down to the beautiful yellow internal part of the artichoke. And you do that by peeling back the leaves. I put my finger at the base and pull back so that the meat of the artichoke leaf stays on the artichoke. It isn't ripped off with the leaf. And if you get this down to the yellow central core of the artichoke, you can eat the entire thing. Now with a large artichoke, you wouldn't eat the entire leaf, you'd eat just the base. But with a baby artichoke, you can eat the whole thing. And cut off the tips, which are spiky and not very appealing. And then I'm going to rub the artichoke with lemon. That will keep it from discoloring, and trim the stem. So I'll take off the outer layer of the stem down to the white base, like this, and then trim off the green part of the leaves that are still here. And it really doesn't take very long at all. And if you're really fussy, you can make it beautifully even. I'm not fussy. I like it to be a little rustic. And again, rub it with lemon, or what I've done here is put the put the artichokes in lemon water so that they can hold for an extended period of time. So about 5 minutes, I'm adding the garlic. The garlic just takes a few. Smells good. Promise you that. And now coriander seed, fennel seed, a couple of fresh bay leaves, beautiful bay leaves, some lemon peel. I just took this off with a peeler. And I'm going to add the white wine. And reduce this by about half to concentrate the flavor of the wine. You'll see it. I'm constantly concentrating flavors so that when the chicken braises, it absorbs the concentrated flavor as opposed to a diluted flavor. Okay, so now the white wine has reduced by half, and I'm going to add the chicken thighs back into the pan. This is a perfect size pan for it. When you're making a braise, you want the pan to just fit the ingredients. It shouldn't be too big, or you won't get the benefit of the braising of the juices. The juices will be too small amount. Capers. We've rinsed the capers to get rid of any extraneous brininess, and the olives. These are Sicilian olives. And if you like them smaller, you can always chop them up. I like a nice big piece of olive, and then the artichokes. And make sure the artichokes are down at the base of the pan, if you can. And I'm going to put them all in facing up, and then after they've braised for about 20 minutes, I'll put them in, turn them facing down. And by putting them all in facing up, I know which ones have I've flipped when it comes time for that. Some chicken stock. And I have a little extra chicken stock in case that's not enough. I want the chicken stock to come halfway up the base of the thighs. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more here. And make a parchment top. I'm going to make a parchment top so that very little of the moisture escapes. I want it to be almost a pressure cooked kind of situation. So what I've done is to take a piece of parchment, full size, fold it in half, and eventually it will become a circle. Fold it in half again, and again, and then one more time. The tighter this is, the more circular it will be. Then I'll measure. I put the tip into the center of the pan to measure the diameter, and then rip off that outside and cut off a tiny little piece in the center so that there's a hole for this a little bit of steam to come through. But you see, that's a perfect fit right there. Now remember, we're in a restaurant and I need a top, and restaurants never have pan tops. Who knows where they go? They're sort of like the second sock in your house. You can never find one. So I'm going to just use foil and put the top on like that. Okay, now you can cook this on top of the stove at a simmer, the lowest possible temperature for 20 minutes, or you could put it in a very low oven, like a 325-degree oven, and let it braise. You're going to have to play with the time a little bit with that, because it might go a little more quickly or a little more slowly depending on how your oven works. But we're just going to let that braise for now for 20 minutes on top of the burner. Okay, so they have cooked for about 20 minutes, the thighs with the artichokes. I'm going to take off the tops, our beautiful piece of parchment, and flip the artichokes over. I want to be sure that they cook evenly and that not just the base of them cooks. So I'm going to put the top back on and let them braise for an additional 20 minutes. Okay, so here we have our beautiful braised chicken thighs with artichokes, lemon, capers, and olives. And I've transferred it from the sauté pan, put it into a family-style casserole. You can serve it this way. You could go straight into the oven and be reheated. I threw a couple of lemon slices on there. I think that's nice and gives it a nice flavor. And then we have a mixture of an herb salad that has bronze fennel and parsley, some marigold petals that we've chopped up, celery leaves, chives. It can be anything that you have, but it gives a nice, fresh bite to the dish, and it looks beautiful on here. So what a perfect Sunday night supper. Serve it with some brown rice or roasted potatoes. There you are.